All my life, I wanted a tattoo sleeve. And finally, in my middle age, I'm doing it. I love the current art, which was done by Patrick at Chronic Ink and is in the style of watercolor, and I love where it's going. But the other day, a friend asked me this about the tattoo. What's with the fox?
What does the fox say?
So while explaining to her the significance of the fox, I realized that it's probably a relevant story for anyone who's interested in being truly social. The story that led me to tattooing a fox on my body is a story that actually helped me find my own story. So today, I'm going to tell the story of the fox and the hedgehog as it was introduced to me by Nate Silver, founder of 538.org, author of The Signal and the Noise, and a data geek I am a huge fan of.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
My name is Tara, and this is Truly Social. The fox knows many things, but the hedgehog knows one big thing. This quote really jumped at me while reading Silver's book. He took this quote from the Greek poet Archilochus, whose quote was turned into a popular essay by Isaiah Berlin. Silver describes the analogy like this. Writers and thinkers can be divided into two broad categories. Hedgehogs are type A personalities who believe in big ideas, in governing principles about the world that behave as though they were physical laws and undergird virtually every interaction in society. Think Karl Marx in Class Struggle, or Sigmund Freud and The Unconscious, or Malcolm Gladwell in The Tipping Point. Foxes, on the other hand, are scrappy creatures who believe in a plethora of little ideas and in taking a multitude of approaches toward a problem. They tend to be more tolerant of nuance, uncertainty, complexity, and dissenting opinion. If hedgehogs are hunters, always looking out for the big kill, then foxes are the gatherers. Hedgehogs have answers. They are certain. People love listening to hedgehogs because they make them feel safe and unstable. Hedgehogs will say, if you do this every time, you will be successful. And here are the immutable laws of X, Y, and Z.
He's got a point. No, he doesn't.
What? Hedgehogs also get hired and promoted and quoted and lauded broadly. But as Silver points out in his book, this is really dangerous. Their certainty sounds solid and feels good, but because they aren't always right, nobody can be, especially when outside of their core expertise, their certainty can lead us very astray. Foxes, on the other hand, won't give you much comfort. If you ask them what the answer is to solving the big issue in the world, they'll scoff and tell you that there isn't one answer. They might even say things like, well, it depends on all the factors. Foxes thrive on complexity and distrust conventional wisdom. Foxes don't believe in formulas or best practices or immutable laws. It takes a fox longer to make a decision because, well, there are so many things to consider.
Why a fox? Why not a horse or a beetle or a bald eagle? I'm saying this more as like existentialism, you know?
But at the end of the day, answers to our biggest questions are complex. Comfort or not, we need foxes. Silver's main point was that certainty is not what we should be seeking. And this is where I had the light bulb moment. Marketing is riddled with people seeking certainty. Everyone wants the answer.
The answer to what?
The answer to life, the universe, everything.
I have to think about that.
Even though time and time again we see that there isn't a single answer to how you reach your audience or what people will respond to. If there was, everybody would be successful, right? One single answer wasn't the case in the early days of marketing, and it especially isn't the case nowadays. You want the formula to success, the secrets of growth hacking, the surefire answer to your marketing woes, the best practices for doing A, B, and C?
Tell me. I'm ready. I want to know.
That hedgehog will tell you exactly what you want to hear. Will it actually be useful or the answer or lead you to where you want to go? Probably not.
Then what good are you?
Foxes, on the other hand, will dive deep into the research in your particular situation and audience to see if there are some better routes or directions to take. They won't do it in a quick brainstorming session in a boardroom though, and they'll be the first to tell you that you'll most likely have to adjust your plan along the way to account for all the new factors that are coming along. I got the fox tattooed on my arm with pride. Yeah, sometimes I sound like a hedgehog because, well, I know that's what people want, but in reality, I'm as fox as it gets.
Really? Tell me about it.
So there you go. That's the story of the fox and the hedgehog and how it relates to the world I love to work in, marketing and connecting with human beings. So what about you? Are you a fox who wants to be a hedgehog who wants to be a fox with a hedgehog edge, a hedgehog with foxy tendencies? Let me know in the comments. And for more fox-like content, please subscribe and bell me to get notified when new videos come out. My name is Tara, and this has been Truly Social.